Okay, it's day 3 here in Hue and we are about to go to the Imperial City. I'm looking forward to this. Just getting a coffee before we go and then heading out. Okay, we're at the Imperial Palace. Got some mango for breakfast.
Yeah, it's much better than the flaming hot Cheetos that Alex had for breakfast yesterday.
Look how big that flag is. 50 meters at least.
That had a number of different versions. Obviously over the years it wasn't metal, there were wooden versions of it, and then it was in 1945 when the last monarchy ended, and then that's when they raised the Vietnam flag. Okay, we've got some audio guides, so I'll do a little summary of each spot that we go to for the video. And it's really nice today because everyone is wearing their traditional Ao Yai dresses. I think it's because it's Women's Day tomorrow, which is a Monday, so today's Sunday. So all the colors are really beautiful. So the first audio told us that that is the main gate that was only used by the king. The other gates, the ones on each side, were used by other people as well as elephants and horses and stuff like that. So this one here is the Tai Hoa Palace, and this is apparently the most important building in the whole citadel. And there were 13 kings that ruled and used this palace right here. And we weren't allowed to film inside, but there was a throne room in there with a throne. So this here was another palace that was built in 1804, and I believe it was a wooden palace, and it was destroyed during the war in around the 1940s. And I think that's why there's all flowers here, but it used to be a popular place for activities. What else did they say about the spot?
I don't know, man. Sometimes it goes in one ear and right out the other, right?
And that's where the emperors used to play tennis.
So this building here is a pavilion that was originally built for the king to breathe fresh air, and then it was later repurposed for spiritual activities, including being a place to pray for the top members of the harem. So, nice. So this pavilion here was designed and built for reading, relaxing, and reading poems.
It's like, you're just so dumb.
So Hue is meant to be famous for its gardens, and this is one of the royal gardens.
This is a banyan tree bonsai. You can see the roots coming down from the branches.
So this here is the Royal Theatre, and what they used to do is actually eat and have medical treatments done while they are at the theatre. So that's why there's a medical building right next door and a kitchen right next door. And they've renovated this quite recently, I think it was in 1995, and they actually have performances here now. You can see some of the recreated performances. Those masks are really cool, I dig those. They almost look like superhero masks.
One like the Mexican wrestlers.
Yeah. So this here is a temple, and it was actually built, I think in 1804, they said, to worship the lords and the ladies. So this here is the royal treasury, and it was built in the mid-19th century, and it was the treasury of the last monarchy. And in addition to this big building here behind us, there were 10 warehouses filled with all sorts of treasure, including gold, silk, silver, pharmaceuticals. So yeah, if you couldn't tell just from us walking around this place, it was a huge amount of wealth. So we just exited the Forbidden City now, and the audio guide was very worthwhile because there aren't really any signs and explanations of everything. So the audio guide is definitely recommended. And we must have done maybe like 20% of all of that, right?
Yeah, 20-25%. On the map, there's like an all-day route.
Yeah.
You could literally spend all day there for sure.
Yeah, we just went around to the main ones. It seemed we didn't even really go to the east side
No,
or the
it's
west
big.
side, yeah.
It's really big.
Okay, so now we're back by the entrance. So in the audio guide they called it Kings, but in the other place we were at, they said Emperors, so whatever the term is. So that lasted a few hundred years it seems, and then it ended in the last century.
I love history, so just seeing how people like lived back in those days, and yeah, I mean it's super grand and beautiful with all the beautiful flowers. So yeah, definitely would recommend coming here.
This was a great time in Hue, and I highly recommend coming. If you didn't watch the other videos on the abandoned water park and eating Hue food, check those out. Really worthwhile trip to do if you're living anywhere in Vietnam, really.
Nice that we have these like little weekend trips that we can do pretty easily from Da Nang. So.
And we were just talking about how much it all costs. A couple of million basically for our Airbnb, all the traveling, food. There's no more than 3 mil, between 2 and 3 mil I think. 3 million's $120, yeah. So it was super cheap trip and we did so much, so really worthwhile. So if you're interested in living in Vietnam, you can go to ninjateacher.com and download our free guide on teaching English in Vietnam. It's got salary and teaching hours information and all the stuff that you need to know about getting started teaching English in Vietnam. So you can download that free guide. I'll leave a link below. We're back. Oh, incense.
Yeah.
Nice. Mellow incense.
Vanilla incense, agarwood, jasmine,
Where do you get this?
cinnamon. We're just driving by. There's this random like incense road.
Cool.
Oh, that's the mushroom. These are really good.
Oh, look, it's different, Chris.
Deconstructed.
Okay, we got bun noodles, bun cone, some bun meal. This is all vegetarian, fried noodles. These are like fried mushroom balls.
How is this 12,000?
Is that 12,000?
Yeah.
That's $50. That's insane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Hue is ridiculously cheap. Cheaper than Da Nang. Each meal here, each dish is about $50 or so. It's so cheap. That was less than $3 per person. So good. Alright, good trip guys. Yeah. Good trip.
Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah. Getting the bus back. We got a private bus on the way back. Do you remember how much this was, Chris?
$10.
$10. Not bad. And it's like a 2.5 hour drive probably. Probably a bit less driving than the train actually, right? 2 hours maybe?
I imagine so.
Yeah.